morning, YouTubers. Welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, in this episode, we're going to be showing you how we made this Brassica cage. I think I mentioned it. Well, we actually did mention it. It was doing the tour in the last episode, and we briefly went past it. I said I'd come back to it and show you how we made it, and well, that's what we're going to do today. How it all come about building this thing. I was talking about copyrights on music, and what it was, I did a video, and I think you would have seen it. It's the fairies what was coming around. It was like the music what was playing was from the Nutcracker Suite. Anyhow, I gets as soon as I put it up, about half an hour later, I gets an infringement thing pop up on the video, and it's saying, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Mark. It's okay. All we're asking you to do is to turn your analytics on for that particular video." However, it said what it is. It said the company whose the music it belongs to don't mind you actually using the music, but they want to make something from it, and the only way they can do it is if you turn the analytics on. So basically, to cut a long story short, I actually flipped the switch on that. After, about 400 or 500 people had already seen the video before I actually flipped the switch. So apparently this company who owns the copyrights to it gets a percentage of whatever, but I don't use the analytics anymore, to be quite frank. But I will use it on this particular video just to keep the peace. So, you know, stuff like this has happened before, like baking soda Brendan. He was doing a video, an ice cream van was playing in the background, and was playing the music, and he got an infringement on the music. I thought, oh my god. Anyhow, that was all settled, and you know, his standing wasn't spoilt like mine. But I've had something like this happen once before. I was doing a critique in this fishery. It's called Border Fishery, and the actual lake, the lake was doing the critiquing on was a place called the Meridian Canal. So there I am, walking around the canal with my camera. I'm describing each individual plot. There's about 66 plots on this. It's like a big round. When you look at it from above, it's like a target. From one bank to the other is 12 metres, and it's like that all the way around, but there's different depths and what have you on different pegs. So I'm going through it, and the birds are singing in the background. It's absolutely fantastic, real idyllic scene. Wood pigeons giving it this, and all sorts of coots. Anyhow, I puts the video up, and I gets this flash up copyright thing. I thought, what the hell? So looking at the video, I thought, I can't see no signs or anything like that. There's no music in it. So gets in contact with him. So what the hell are you going on about here? He says, you've used some of the sounds, some sounds. I said, what do you mean sounds? He says, the bird sounds. I said, are you kidding? I said, it's bloody live footage. I'm actually walking round a wooded area. So what you can hear of all the birds in the trees. I said, watch the video. Now what it is with them, they run an analytic, they run a thing on it, on your videos, and it can actually pick out certain music. You don't even have to check it. It bloody it finds it and flags it up. Anyhow, they checked it, and I said, what's this company anyhow? Who's claiming copyrights? And apparently this guy had done some videos of wood pigeons hooting. I says, what are the Scottish or Welsh? Don't they make different ones? You know, being sarcastic with them. And anyhow, I says, you got no chance. I said, you can't do that. Anyhow, they realised the error, and then they took the mark down against me, and it just fell. But what I'm saying is, these are the sort of things can happen. So, but I couldn't believe it. The bloody wood pigeon got me a mark against me at the time. So yeah, I was thinking about all this lot when it hit me about this Brassica cage. So you get the idea what I was doing, and so I thought, right, we'll go build. It was in my head, so we run off to the. Well, we didn't run, but we obviously went down to the bottom of the plot, had a look, see we got a bits of scraps of wood, I had a few tools in my car, so I thought we can do this now. So that's what we started to do. We started to build this thing on the fly, basically. So what you're going to see is a few clips. It was a bit dodgy getting them all together. I had a lot of work to work them in and try to make a bit of sense of the video. But you're going to see the video of me putting it together, and you're going to see the end result. And hopefully it should go to plan the way I envisioned it. I can't say that bloody word. Well, the way I expected it to turn out. So yeah, let's get down there now and I'll show you these clips. Okay guys, what I'm doing, I'm toying with an idea that I just thought of to cover my brassicas. And what it is, I've got this guttering what I was given. Council were doing a load of refurbishing all the houses, and they took all this stuff down. And I was talking to them, and they dropped loads of it at the allotment gate for us. Well, I've got a few left there. I've got 3 there, a couple here. A friend of mine's got a pile down the end what he took, so he's not going to use it. So I thought I could do potentially all the beds using this. Now what I've done is I've screwed a couple of this is just temporary. I might even leave it as it is, but I screwed a couple of boards in here. What I'm thinking of doing is doing that and putting a few screws into there like that, and maybe one in the middle just to prop it up, and same on this side, and drape the nets over it. Might put something across here as well, just to, in fact I don't need to keep it stable, it's quite stable as it is. But I can once I've done that, I can put my brassicas in here, and hopefully we'll get away with them bloody wood pigeons. If we drape the nets over, use something to tie them up against the boards. So that's what I'm toying with at the moment. So anyway, I'm going to set the camera up and show you a little, see how it goes, see how we work it. We may even leave them like this, I don't know, I'm not too sure whether it's why. I'll just put a screw in the top there and try and keep that shape where the nets come down like that. I think that's what we'll do, put a screw in the top, and might have to put a support in the middle, so there might be another two of these in the middle just to lift it up a little bit so it stops it bowing, and then we'll drape the nets over and have a look. Okay, we've got these 2 gutters side by side now. Screwed them down here into the sides of the beds. Might put a screw in the top just to stop them falling off, and put a couple more of these blocks in the centre just to lift them up. We don't have to cement them in or all like that in the middle. We just bang underneath, and just to stabilise the middle, just to keep them up from bowing. I don't really think we need to put anything else across them, and then just drape the mesh over. I think it might work. Let's put a couple of screws into these ends here. Right, believe it or not, they're pretty solid. They might be a bit bent in the middle, but as you can see, fairly solid. So what we're going to do now, we're going to looks like we're going to have to walk on it. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Put a screw in that. Screw in the middle. Yeah, I really think this is going to work. One in the other side. Drape the nets over, and we've got a bed for the brassicas. So that's it. We just put these two frames over the top of this bed. What we're going to be putting the brassicas in. We're going to put some netting over the top of it in a bit. I just had a thought. I was just thinking last night what could I use to actually cover the actual nets. I was going to use some wood, buy some wood, and then I realised I've got this gutter in what I've had for a long time, just doing nothing, just sat there. So I thought, yeah, we'll have some of that, and we'll do that. We'll do this. Get a couple of scraps of wood. This is just basically, it was just a temporary thing, just to see how everything fitted. But I might even leave it like this now and just drape some nets over and then put the brassicas in. That's what we're going to be doing. Obviously, I'm going to have to figure some way of anchoring it down on both sides. We might staple it on one side and then just roll it over on the other using some canes, just to weight it down. It's up for debate, and I'll keep you posted when we finally come up with this solution. What are we going to do this? But basically, that's the sort of framework we're going to be using. It's really is very stable, and it's not going to blow over in the wind. And we can actually replace it, put it in different beds as well. So all we have to do, we can even hire it by using different scraps of wood. The ones in the ground there, they're nothing. They just can rot away. I can always change them out. We might come up with a permanent solution, but at the moment, I'm quite happy with what we've got. Yeah, I just thought of this now. I just sat down thinking how I'm gonna sort these brassicas out, protect them from the wood pigeons, and bingo. Well, there you go. The job's a good one. So now to contemplate how we're going to tie the nets to the frames without causing too much
well, guys,
hassle.
I went home. I went looking for this mesh. Couldn't find it anywhere. I've come back here, looked underneath the behind my chair in the shed, and I found these, but they're too small. They're 2x4s. These ones, this one is 8x2s. So it's just not I need them to be at least 3 meters wide to go over the bed and hang over the side. And these ain't that big. We could put 2 of these over. I'll cut this in half and do it the same way as we would with 2 of these, but I prefer to do it in one. So at the moment I'm perplexed. I'm trying to figure out a way to find this to find out where to put this 8x4
Well,
guys, we found them. We found the bugger. Here it is. 8x4, 8 meters by 4 meters. So we got enough to do 2 of these beds. We could have used 2 of these to do the same thing, but I want to use these for these beds here because these beds are 4 by 2 meters. So that basically they're perfect for these beds. This one, however, is 8x2. So we could cut it down the middle and get another 2 of these. However, I have got, I think it's 6 of these I've got in the shed. I paid £1 a piece for them. I think they're about £5. It was £5 each or something daft like that. This one was a very expensive one. I think this one come from B&Q in the closing down sale, and I got it for the song. I think it probably cost you about £20 for that, and paid £2. So it was like £2, £1, But this one's where the money was spent. I spent 12 quid on this. This was from home base, and you pay for what you get. And I mean, that stuff there is that, and I've had that stuff there's what it's covering the strawberries is over 4, coming up to 5 years old, and it's as good as today as it was when I first put it out there. It's been through hail, rain, snow. It's had everything thrown at it. It's frozen solid at least 4 or 5 years on the trot, and yeah, that's it there. And like I say, we've got an 8x4, so we're going to cut it in half, and we'll have 4x4, and we should have enough to wrap around that bed over there. Now I've just got to think of a way, the easiest way to tie it. We might staple it to one side and have some canes with some cable ties wrap round it to anchor it down on the other side. I think that's what we're going to do there. And then the sides we're just going to tie back best we can. But yep, we'll do this tomorrow now, because it's too late to be faffing about now, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I knew I had it somewhere, this stuff. Okay, what you're looking at there is some canes, and I've got 3 canes, and what I'm going to do is strap them together with some cable ties, and they're going to act as basically a weight to keep the nets from flopping about in the wind. I use more of these cable ties when I've eventually got this all tightened up. So what we're going to do now, just going to nip over there, and we're going to get a few of these tied together. To the end. Oopsie daisy. Oh god. Bloody. Hey. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to let's do the same with this one here. So now we've got a bit of a weighty thing here to wrap it. When we do the net in a minute, we'll attach it to the net, and we use it as like a tightener to pull up the net tight. What we're going to do, we're going to attach it with a staple gun that I've just brought from home. What we're going to do is staple it along that side and just roll it back over this side, and then we can put some cabbages in here then. But before we do all that, we need to see how much of this cable we're going to need. So not cables, this netting. So see if we can get it so I can see up the other end. No, we can't. Let's just back it out. Oops, sorry, let's back it out a touch. We're going to hang it over this edge on this one. That's where it gets a bit difficult here, guys.
so we're dangling it down so it comes over the edge, and now we can cut it. I do know this is exactly 4 metres this way. So what I'm going to do now, scissors, and I'm going to cut it. Right, so now we've got the got what we need. Now we're going to have to attach it to the other side. This can go back in this box and we can use it for something else, preferably another one of these. Right there, so I'll be right back. I need to go and get the staple gun. Right, what we're trying to do is staple this mesh to the actual frame here. What we're doing at the moment is pulling it tight and firing a few of these in just for now. Right, so now we got it almost tight. Now what we need to do now is pull it over. Okay guys, what you see there, that's what we lift over. But when we're going to turn the camera around here now, you see, if you look down here, you see how this mesh is just hanging over loosely. Now we need to somehow attach that, and I've come up with a plan. The same screws that are screwed in the top here, I'm going to screw 4 of them into the bottom of the board there and then just clip them over and hold everything in place. Well, that's the idea and that's the plan anyhow. So let's go and get this screwy gun and get stuck into it. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to fire a few of these screws in here. Doesn't matter if it goes, we go through. There we go, now we can just hook him on like that. Up. Go on right.
As you can see, we just used a few screws there. Well, that's basically it. That was the idea that I had this morning. We found the bits that we needed, put them all together, and this is what we come up with. This is the way we think on the fly. When you've got an idea, go with it. Don't just leave it on the back burner, because you may never ever get to do it. And as you see, it's probably took more time finding the bits, finding the net, than it did building it. So it's just a couple of bits of wood screwed into the scaffolding boards. Screw the gutter onto the top of them. Put the net over, and there we go. We've got a beautiful brassica cage there. What we can actually, once we lift the top off, we can actually walk into it and plant into it. So that's what this is the idea what we had this morning. So let me know what you think. I think it's pretty good.
So there you go, that's the brassica cage, all done and dusted, guys. So all we've got to do now is fill it. Now we've got a load of cabbages here and collies. So I'll put a couple more clips together and stitch them together. Now this video is going to get pretty long pretty soon, because I've just explained about the infringements and all this, that and all. That's took 10 minutes. The bloody video of building it took 15 minutes, and this is going to take another 10 minutes to do. So if you want to forward to the end, you can do, but bear with me, and you're going to see me planting these brassicas in there.
Okay guys, I'm putting my brassicas in today into this new brassica bed what I've got here. So what I'm going to do now, get down that other end and get cracking.
Brassica's like really firming in, so you know, don't be scared to really push down.
Well, that's the first, that's the brassicas in. Let's go and the Savoy cabbage. Let's go and get some others. Good root system on these as well. Yeah, these purple cabbage are really alpha. Ooh, worms. I'd say don't be scared to push them down really hard. These ones are my winter cabbage. Well guys, we're on the last stretch now. We just got these collies to stick in. There's a few more cabbage left there, and we're going to put all these collies in. We might not be able to get them all in there, but we're going to try anyhow. Trust me, it's started to rain, guys. We might have to pause the video for a second. Be right back. Well guys, we just run for cover there. We just had a little shower. So I'm going to finish these brassicas off up here now. Just going to put these collies in, all year round collies. Snowball, I think they're called.
By the way, guys, this soil's had bloodfish and bone, load of potash put on it, and lime before we even started to do this. So we did this about a week ago, so it's got plenty of stuff in it for them to grow really fast. Well, this is the last one. And it starts raining again. So what we're going to do, we're going to water them in even though it's raining. We've got 2 watering cans here. And then we're going to close it all over, so we'll quickly just start doing a few of them now. Not being quick because the camera's going to get absolutely trashed.
Well guys, this is the idea that I had yesterday, and well, as you can see, we put it to good use. And we've all got the brassicas in here now, the Savoy cabbage, we've got the purple cabbage, got the winter cabbage, and also we've got the collies. So yeah, it's just something we knocked together. We cannot, it's just tied down with these canes here, what just weights it down. We just roll it back when we need to get in there, but the main thing is, it's wood pigeon resistant. That's the main thing.
So as you can see, they're all covered up now. Everything's looking really great, and in fact we've got even more brassicas in the back in the coal frame here. So I'll just quickly show you them.
Well guys, these are the brassicas that we're going to be putting into a new Brassica cage when we get round to building the cage. We've already built that last one, but from left to right there, what you're looking at is a winter variety of curly kale called Winter Bot F1. In the middle, in the red pots, what you're looking at are some green sprouting Calibris, and just to the right we've got some cauliflowers, and they're called F1 Igloo. So that's what we're going to be putting into a new bed as soon as we build it, but they do okay in here. They're looking a bit dishevelled. That's because a couple of days ago we left the top down and it was absolutely blistering hot and they all wilted. Well, as you can see, they're all back up now, and if we look after them and keep watering them properly, I reckon they should be okay. So anyway, we'll come back to them again when we built this other cage.
Yeah, they're looking a bit dishevelled at the moment. We've not been down for a few days. We come down. It was baking hot the other day, and they are wilty because we didn't water them. But however, they've perked back up, so we're going to be building another one of these cages behind the middle greenhouse very shortly. So that's it really for this one. However, there's always an however. I'm going to show you my new vanishing trick. We worked on this last week, so check this out. that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching and subscribing and leaving all your kind comments, and especially hitting that like button. See you all in the next one.